Morgantown, Kentucky is the home of a rivalry renewed as the Grayson County Cougars look to improve to 4-0 on the season. The last meeting between these two teams saw a different Henderson crush the Cougars. That was then, and this is now. Butler's defense gives up 300 yards a game on the ground in a moment that sees Caden Woodcock and the Cougs ready to roll. A rivalry is renewed right now. And a good evening and welcome to Morgantown, Kentucky and Butler County High School as it is time for Grayson County Cougar football on K105. Sam Gormley here with you tonight. Welcome into the Locker Room Show as it is a perfect night for football here at Butler County High School, as this game 6 months ago was not going to happen. But after the KHSAA made the movement around, we ended up getting this rivalry be able to be renewed. It's first matchup since 2016. Butler County has won 2 games in the series, but two teams, different records. Grayson County 3-0, Butler County 1-2. It should be a great game, though, and a rivalry is just renewed, and it just feels like these two schools need to play every single year. Coming up on our Locker Room Show, though, we'll introduce you to both teams, talk to the head coach of the Cougars, Brian Jones, and give you tonight's keys to the game, as this is Cougar football right here on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars and the Butler County Bears are about to get underway. Butler County again enters this game with a record of 1-2. Their one win on the season was the first week as they defeated Hart County by a final score of 34-32, but they've had back-to-back losses here at home to McLean County and then at Hancock County last week. Bears have, last season, they were 1-9. Lone win, though, was against Russellville, and it snapped an extremely long losing streak, so it was a big win for them. Head coach Brandon Embry is a 2003 graduate of Butler County High School, and prior to being named the head coach at the start of 2 years ago, he was the defensive coordinator for 8 seasons. Jagger Henderson is the starting quarterback. He's 35 of 68 passing for 379 yards and 6 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. Henderson's older brother, Rex, is maybe the best player to play for Butler County High School football-wise. He was a 3-year starter. In his career, he passed for over 7,500 yards and 79 touchdowns while rushing for over 2,700 yards and 59 touchdowns. So that's accumulating well over nearly almost 12,000 total yards and over 120 touchdowns. His little brother, maybe not quite to that level just yet, but he's still some kind of athlete for Butler County. Henderson's also the leading rusher, 33 attempts for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Morris joins him in the backfield, 14 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wide receivers-wise, name you need to know, and if you watch basketball games, it's going to be a name that really stands out. Solomon Fleener, I know head coach for Grayson County, Travis Johnston, he really likes Solomon Fleener. It's, I think, maybe one of his favorite, not counting Grayson County players, one of his favorite players in the region. He's just a lot of fun. He's a really good athlete, 6'4". He's going to bring some challenges to this Grayson County defense. A wide receiver with that kind of size they have not seen at all this season. He has 10 catches for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. Briar Beasley leads the team with 3 touchdowns. He has 6 catches for 89 yards. Jacob Cox, Jordan Todd are a couple other names that you might need to know as possible targets for Jagger Henderson. Henderson ranks 13th in Class 2A with his average of 126 pass yards per game. Butler County averaging 23 points a game. 5 of 10 on 2-point conversions this season. And in the last 2 games against Grayson County, Butler County has scored 104 points in those 2 games. Defensively is where the big question comes for Butler County. Scoring defense is allowed just shy of 41 points a game. They've allowed at least 40 points in 6 of their last 7 games dating back to last season. Pass defense has only allowed 103 yards total on the season, but the rush defense is where the struggle has happened. 293.3 yards a game. Team has recovered, though, 8 fumbles. Really interesting that you're struggling against the run, but yet you've recovered 8 fumbles over 3 games. They forced 3 of those 8 fumbles. Leading tackler is Landon Binion. He has 22 total tackles. Dylan Silcox and Josh Morris are also 2 names that you will need to know. No kicker is listed. In fact, it seems that Butler County will go for 2 every time that they get this ball. We'll come back, talk about the Grayson County Cougars after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Anytime they're playing music downstairs, it's loud. I go downstairs, see what they're doing, see what music they're doing, see what they're dancing to. I go play piano downstairs, they come get involved. Leah has a drum set beside it, banging that. Any music, that's what they do.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix. K105.
Grayson County Cougars into the game with a record of 3-0. They're 3-0 for the 3rd straight season for the first time in program history. Brian Jones can't really start the year much better than he has and start his career, as Brian Jones will look to pass Bill Embry tonight for the 2nd best start to a career for a Cougar coach with a win tonight. Cougars have outscored opponents 87-0 over the previous 11 quarters, including back-to-back shutouts, as it's the first time that they've had back-to-back shutouts since the year 2010, almost to the date. Next week, it'll be a trip to Graves County for Grayson County. Back to district play, they'll look to go 3-0, and if you go 3-0, you can look into possibly getting a home playoff game, and that's when anything can really happen. Quarterback for Grayson County, Kaylor Decker. He's completed 2/3 of his passes, only attempted 18, but completing that high percentage is impressive for somebody like Decker. A touchdown also for Decker. Running back wise, it's Caden Woodcock. He leads the team with 494 rushing yards and 8 touchdowns, 7 of which, though, have come in the last 2 games. He was the first Cougar since Q Jennings against Graves County back in 2018 to rush for at least 4 touchdowns in 1 game. You also see Kaylor Decker. He rushed the ball 12 times for 61 yards. And Mason Miller, he had 15 carries for 47 yards, but it was Levi Martin who had the touchdown late in the game last week. He has 3 carries for 23 yards. Wide receiver-wise, again, Cougars don't pass a lot, more than in years past maybe. Hunter Toms is the leading target. He has 4 catches for 88 yards and a touchdown. Mason Miller and Caden Woodcock. Michael Wood and Owen Bradshaw are also some of the names that you need to know. Offensively, Caden Woodcock ranks 10th in the state, 52 total points scored. He's one of 9 players in the state that have at least 8 rushing touchdowns. Team ranks 24th in the state by winning their games by an average of 27 points per game. Defensively for Grayson County has been nothing short of almost perfection. They allowed the touchdown on that first drive of the game after fumbling. 37 yards, Thomas Nelson went down and scored. But since that point, a big old goose egg up on the board. 0 points allowed for the Grayson County defense. In fact, only 4 teams in the entire state of Kentucky, this is across all classes, have allowed 6 points or less up to this point. Of those 4 teams, only 1 has played all 3 games this season, and that's the Grayson County Cougars. So this defense has been incredibly impressive to start the year. Main reason for that has been limiting teams to under 100 total yards of defense. Zach Bratcher, the leading tackler, 23 total tackles and 2 sacks. Hunter Toms, he has 2 interceptions. Team has 16 total tackles for a loss. Ben Rogers had 4 of those last week. Mason Miller, Hunter Toms, Joey Clemens, Cooper Goff, Levi Martin, some of the other names that you will need to know. And Kevin Embry is the play caller. And warming up now down to our left, Jackson Kane back for the kicking duties, as we've been actually hanging out with him a couple of times this week for some Grayson County Cougar soccer as he warms up and nails a point after attempt. We'll come back, talk to the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Brian Jones, as this is Cougar football on K105.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to the Locker Room Show here on K105. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, Brian Jones. And, Coach, we talked after the game last week about your offense being good but not great. Did you see anything on film that kind of explained why that happened?
Yeah, we definitely, going back and reviewing some things, kind of, I guess just didn't really finish some blocks. And, you know, it was something we kind of emphasized this week was staying on blocks, really trying to play whistle to whistle. And, you know, there was a stint there where we kind of fell short on that. And some of it may be, we got a lot of guys playing both ways, and we defense was on the field quite a bit, and so it could have been a conditioning factor. I'm not real sure, or it just could have been kind of a little bit of complacency that we were satisfied, with 3 yards here, 4 yards there, and then you get one negative play, and next thing you know, you're punting. So, it was kind of just fell flat a little bit up front, and so we've really tried to hit on that hard this week.
One of the players that really stood out on defense for you last week was Ben Rogers.
Yeah.
How important was he?
Outstanding. We go back and watch, and I think he had I had 6-7 tackles, but like 4 of them for a loss.
Yes.
That's just outstanding job. And he also had several plays where he was putting pressure. May not have ended up with the play, but just the presence caused problems in the play as well. So he had a tremendous game. He's quick, long, lengthy guy, got a lot of fight, and hopefully with Butler having the Henderson kid in the backfield, his athleticism, having been up there, hopefully will pay off for us tonight.
4 teams in the entire state have allowed 6 points or less as a defense through the first 3 weeks of the season. Only one of those 4 teams, though, has played 3 games. The other 3 have played only 2, and that's your team. How impressed has your defense been this season?
It just really, really great job by Coach Embry and the guys. This is new for our kids. We've been more of an even front and more D linemen than what we have right now. And so it was new, very short time to kind of implement it, because we were just limited on the practices and the amount of practice time we could have with the kids with COVID. And, so when you start factoring all the different things in that has made this season a challenge already, and then on top of it, the new scheme, and then to see how well they're doing with it is just outstanding. It's very impressive, to be honest with you. But like I said, I think I said it last week, I think the kids are having fun with it. There's a lot of movement to it. Linebackers like to blitz, D linemen like to, do different stunts, and there's a lot of that involved in this defense. And so I think it's fun for them. And, when they're having fun, I think they play harder, and then they're making plays. And so, again, they play harder. And so it's just a combination of domino effect have really led to us, so far having a really good defense. I think we're going to be tested pretty well tonight. But so far, it's been outstanding.
Kaylor Decker on the season has only attempted 18 passes, but of those 18 has completed 2/3 of this. How important is it for a quarterback that you don't throw a lot, but when you do, you're having success in making the right decisions?
Paramount. It is an absolute key thing for us that when we do take our shots, we complete them. Because usually they're kind of important situations. We may throw a screen because we're getting a lot of pressure. We may throw a play-action pass because they're playing the run and packing the box. And so when we do throw, we've got to really kind of try to make it hurt and soften up the defense and, continue to help out and be the yin to the yang of our run game. And so, he's done a pretty amazing job so far this season. Real good completion rate. Done a really good job, making his reads and things like that. And so, it is absolutely essential for us that when we take our shots passing the ball, that they pay off. Because it'll just help our offense as a whole, when we can do those things. And then, there's been several times on 3rd down and medium or 3rd and long or maybe even 4th down that we've put the ball in his hands to throw to continue a drive. And he's done a pretty good job of that, too.
Butler County's quarterback, Jagger Henderson's a great athlete, but one of the things that really stands out is this is his 3rd year as a starter, and across that time he's thrown 26 interceptions. Is that something that as a defense that when you have a quarterback who is susceptible to throw interceptions that you change something up, blitz more, or force him into making those bad decisions?
I don't think we've really hit on that as much as we've probably put more emphasis on the athlete that he is more than, the mistakes that he makes because, if you're sitting back waiting and hoping for him to make a mistake, he's going to hurt you. So, we've done a lot of emphasis on his athleticism, him liking to extend the plays, get out of the pocket, use his legs, and our DBs having to stay in coverage because if you come off of it, they're liable to hit the 60 or 70-yard bomb on you, which they've done, throughout this season. They've had some long plays where he has kind of scrambled around in the back, and next thing you know, there's a receiver 50 yards downfield with nobody around him. And so we've put more emphasis on trying to contain him and keep him in the pocket, keep him boxed in, and getting pressure to him, not so much to force his mistake, but not to allow him to use his legs as much.
The one thing that really does stand out with the Butler County offense is Solomon Fleener, the 6'4" tight end.
Yeah.
What kind of challenges does a guy with that kind of size bring a defense?
Well, they love to throw him the ball. He's a big target. He's sure-handed. They'll move him around, and he'll be the wide guy. He'll be the number 2. He'll be the inside receiver. I mean, they move him around to try to get him the ball, and so that presents a lot of challenges because he lines up in so many different places, and he's not your traditional tight end that's always right there on the end of the line of scrimmage. And so, we're going to have to do a good job. Obviously, he's a big kid. He's easy to spot, but knowing where he's at because he is such a favorite target, and especially in key situations, knowing where he's at and knowing that they like to try to get him to the ball because of his size and things like that. And, we've put a lot, again, we've, tried to point that out, and we've had different guys role play that guy in practice so that we could get used to recognizing him out of the huddle, but also knowing where he's at while we're in the middle of a play too.
Butler County's main weakness is probably your biggest strength. They struggle to stop the run, giving up just under 300 yards a game. But the one thing with their defense is that they've recovered 8 fumbles on the year. How do you combat having a successful offense against the rush defense but not giving up the ball to them?
Well, I think they like to kind of hold guys up and, get that pile up and somebody strip while somebody's kind of holding it up. So you got to be smart as a runner and realize that kind of when the play's over for you and not fight for 6 more inches, go ahead and get on the ground and not let them, pile a bunch of guys on you and different things like that. And it's a long season, and Caden's already had a lot of carries, and so, we're going to try to be smart with him. And, if he's running down the sideline, there's no shame in stepping out of bounds and not taking a hit in certain situations, But obviously, if you need to get the yard for a first down, you do so. But you got to be smart as a runner, and I think we've got to do a good job with our other 10 guys of, trying to keep guys off of him, staying on blocks and different things like that. And then the runner themselves, sticking to what we've emphasized in practice, having the ball high and tight, and ball security is so important and different things like that. And the guys have done a good job since week 1 of really focusing on that in practice and working with one another and talking about it amongst themselves, but also hearing it from us as coaches and things like that. And so we'll emphasize that before the game in our pregame talks and meetings and things like that. But I think a good offensive run game for us is a good thing tonight. Try to keep their offense and their skill guys off the field, and so we're going to hang our hat on that like we always do.
Coach, good luck.
Thanks, go Cougars.
Well, more here coming up after this.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
The feel of football is in the air here in Morgantown as we are just under 5 minutes away from getting underway. Now time for your keys to the game. First for Grayson County. Your number one key, contain the pocket. Jagger Henderson's a great athlete. Don't let him get outside. When he does that, he will extend plays. The defense needs to do a good job at that. Number two, win the turnover battle. We mentioned this in the open. The Butler County defense, they have recovered 8 fumbles on the season. You got to win that turnover battle to win this game. Take advantage of mistakes. Jagger Henderson on the season, in his career, has 26 career interceptions. It is something that does come up at times. If he makes a mistake, make them pay. And finally, keep on keeping on. Continue on. Do what you've been doing, and you can go in 4-0 against Graves County next week. Those are the keys to the game for Grayson County. For Butler County, fling it to Fleener. Number one, Grayson County doesn't really have a size answer. Hunter Toms a little bit, Owen Bradshaw a little bit, but that's a tough matchup for Grayson County. Force third and longs into Grayson County. Force them to pass even more. And then finally, convert your chances when you've got it. Grayson County's defense has been great this season at bending but not breaking. Butler County, if they want to win the game, is going to have to take advantage of that. That wraps up our locker room show here for today. We'll come back. The play-by-play of tonight's contest is after this. This is Cougar Football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
time for football in Morgantown as the opening kick for Grayson County is a little short kick that's going to take a bounce at the 26-yard line, picked up by one of the upbacks for Butler County. He's got a hole across the 35 where he's going to be brought down. On the return was Grubb for Butler County. As Butler County gets that opening kickoff and takes it up to the 36-yard line, as it will be first down and 10 for the Bears of Butler County. Ball again placed on their own 36-yard line. Welcome in here to WKHG Litchfield and K105 Digital Productions, as this is K105's coverage of Grayson County and Butler County in high school football. Sam Gormley with you tonight. We appreciate you tuning in, as Jagger Henderson is the starting quarterback for Butler County on the season. Has had a lot of success passing, as it's going to be a handoff right up the middle and a big hole across the 45, and tripped up at the 50-yard line is the running back Josh Morris. That'll be enough for a first down for Butler County, pickup of 14 yards. The Grayson County defense is headlined by Zach Bratcher right there in the middle. Mason Miller, Levi Martin are your also linebackers. And you're also going to see the defensive line, Hunter Harper, Jordan Webb, Ben Rogers. And your secondary, Woodcock, Toms, Wood. And you're also going to see Joey Clemens out there at times as well for this Grayson County defense. So an early 14-yard pickup for Jagger Henderson, how they start off with. And Butler County moving the ball early on. Shotgun formation for Henderson. He is the running back to his right. He sends a man in motion from the far side to the near side. He's false start, and they are going to call it. So it will be a false start, as off the run to the right side was Morris. But that will be a false start called on Butler County, and that'll push the Bears back. And it'll be first down and 15 as the man in motion was Briar Beasley, and he clearly got off to a quick start. Looking for the official call from our head official tonight for the first time. Illegal shift is what they'll call it, so it turns out to be the same thing, and it'll move it back there. So first down and 15. Just about as easy as a call as you can possibly get for our officials here early on in tonight's game. No score between Grayson County and Butler County. Jagger Henderson is that starting quarterback, though. 35 of 68 for 379 yards and 6 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. He's also rushed for 162 yards. He has 2 running backs in the backfield with him, one to his left, one right behind him. He's going to give it to the deep back, and right up there and brought down after a pickup of about 1 or 2. Zach Bratcher was in there on the tackle for Grayson County, and the run was by Briar Beasley. And he gets it up to the 47-yard line. Right up the middle he went, and it's a pickup of 2 yards. And that'll bring up second down and 13 here from the near hash. Butler County working from right to left on your radio dial, wearing all black jerseys, white numerals, and looks like a matte blue helmet. I like their jerseys a lot. A pistol formation here. Henderson hands it off again to the running back, and Grayson County bounces off a couple of them. He bounces off 2, and Joey Clemens is there to bring him down as he brought it down here towards the near side on the run. Again, that's the running back Josh Morris for Butler County, and third down and long coming up here. It's going to turn out to be a loss of 1 yard back to the 46-yard line for the Bears of Butler County. Substitutions checking in as a new sub in for Butler County with Levi McMillan. If you're a basketball fan, that's a name that really does stand out, as a lot of players on this Butler County team will stand out. Spreading it out, 2 wide receivers on each side for the junior quarterback, Jagger Henderson. He is a running back to his right in the shotgun formation. Henderson fakes the handoff. Now he's going to scramble, steps up in the pocket, floats one downfield, and it is going to be incomplete. And no call there, as if anything, it might have been a chance at a offensive pass interference as intended for Briar Beasley, but he shoved down Joey Clemens, who was there in coverage, but it was probably a good no call, and it will probably turn into a punting situation here for Butler County after picking up a first down on their first play of the game from scrimmage. So it looks like the deep back here to punt will be Zach Silcox. Back down to the left is Caden Woodcock as he stands just at about his own 21-yard line. Silcox quickly gets it away, and it is not a good punt, and it is shanked here down to this near side. And actually a very thankful spot if you're Butler County, as they're going to say it goes out at the Grayson County 43-yard line. So that's where the Grayson County offense gets started, headlined by Kaylor Decker, the starting quarterback for the Cougars. He's completed 2/3 of his passes for 138 yards and a touchdown. He's also rushed for 61 yards, including a long touchdown against Breckenridge County on the season. He is also the son of Shane Decker, one of the associate head coaches. 10:20 to play here in our opening quarter. Grayson County again starting with the ball placed on their own 43-yard line. as it's going to be a sweep out to Wood. No, it's back to pass. I don't know how they got it wide open down the field. It's Hunter Toms at the 25-yard line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. And that was a trick play, and Grayson County immediately takes advantage for the touchdown pass. 57 yards for a Grayson County touchdown. And that was major trickeration to start off with. I think it was Levi Martin that threw that one for Grayson County. So now here comes a formation that you actually saw in the game the other day, Kentucky-Auburn, as it was pretty much the same formation, and they ended up snapping it and going for two on it, and they're going to try it. Mason Miller pitches out. It's taken by Martin, and he is going to be drugged down by his horse collar, so that's going to turn out to be a free play coming here for Grayson County as a clear horse collar on the play, and I think now you just kick it. You tried to get a little fancy, but I do believe that it was Levi Martin on that pass. They're going to call a face mask instead, a horse collar face mask. It was both a high tackle. But an early touchdown for Grayson County from Levi Martin to Hunter Toms. That's the longest pass play for Grayson County in my memory. So we'd have to go back to at least 2018, as last year the Cougars didn't have a play longer than, I think, 37 yards through the air. So they are going to go for it again, though, on the two-point conversion. And now they're going to talk this over as our PA announcer says he declined the penalty, which I don't entirely get why you would decline that, because that would mean that the play does not stand. I was going to say, I didn't think that they would decline it. It's called on Butler County, so Grayson County, though, going to go for it again. And under center is the junior Kaylor Decker. He has three running backs in the backfield. Cougars looking to go up 8-0, and Butler County jumps off sides. And Cougars are going to get even closer, as technically a two-point conversion is from the 2-yard line. But so they get half the distance to the 1, and now they're half the distance again to the half-yard line. So they can't get much closer to the goal line. At this point, you just almost put it over and take the points. So again, another play call here, and Brian Jones is going deep into the box with two-point conversions here in this game. So Bratcher is out wide to the left. Again, under center is the junior Decker. He has three running backs in the backfield. And it will be a handoff to Woodcock. He's up across the left side, and he's in. 8-0. Cougars lead this one 10-11 to play in the first quarter. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Back to receive this is bobbling it at the 20-yard line. Bobbling it a second time is Butler County, and he's drugged down by his feet by Grayson County on the tackle. Nice job as he takes advantage of a mistake, and Ben Rogers was back there to stop Butler County for it's going to turn out to be about a 2-yard loss on the return. Grayson County leading this one, though, 8-0. With 10:05 to play here in our opening quarter after the trick play touchdown, 57 yards. I believe it was Levi Martin who threw the pass to Hunter Toms. And the two-point conversion was good on the run by Caden Woodcock. So 10:05 here to play in this first quarter. Butler County again spreads it out, two wide receivers on each side. It's the shotgun formation for the junior Jagger Henderson. He looks to pass down the near side, scrambles away from one man. He gets outside the pocket and loops one down, and is complete at the 35-yard line. And running out of bounds at about the 28 is the completion to Briar Beasley on the catch. And they're going to end up placing this up to the 28-yard line. That is enough for a first down, as it's a 10-yard pickup up to the 28. Butler County, coached by Brandon Embry. He is 2-21 in his third season as the head coach of the Butler County Bears. He's a 2003 graduate of Butler County High School, and he spent 8 years as the defensive coordinator as well. Beasley comes in motion. It's a handoff right up the middle and bouncing off one man and continuing to move forward on the run is Josh Morris for Butler County. He's going to end up getting it up to about the 33-yard line, right up the middle. It'll turn out to be about a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5 coming up here for Butler County. Again, Grayson County gets off on the board 8-0 with an early lead here after the Hunter Tom's 57-yard touchdown reception, the longest play of the season for Grayson County. They tried that play in a different way earlier this season against, I believe it was against Thomas Nelson, and it worked. And then they tried something similar against Breck County, and it did not work. Solomon Fleener goes in motion, now bounces back out to that high side. Henderson scans, steps up in the pocket, now rolls out to the far side. He'll loop one down the field, and it is complete to Beasley, and he'll take it out of bounds across that far side. So it looks like he runs out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. That's enough for a Butler County first down. We talked about it with Coach Jones in the open. Henderson is great at extending plays. Grayson County can't let that happen. That was complete to Beasley. Beasley entered this game with 3 touchdowns, 6 catches for 89 yards, right up the middle on the run. And it's taken up to near midfield, but just short. And they're going to place this officially at the 48-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup for Butler County on the run. It'll be second down and 6 coming up for Butler County. 8 minutes and 18 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Grayson County on top of the Bears, 8-0. And Jagger Henderson breaks the huddle here again. 2 wide receivers on each side. Ball placed on the far hash. Henderson calls a man in motion. It's Beasley, and it's going to be faking the handoff, and now Henderson's going to take it right up the middle. He's across midfield, diving towards the first down. And it looks like he might have it. Waiting for the official call. Is in there on the tackle was Ben Rogers for Grayson County. Waiting for an official to give us a signal. And it will be enough for a first down, Butler County. As it's up to about the 46-yard line. A 6-yard pickup by Henderson. He again goes in the shotgun formation, which he has done every single play in this game for the Bears. 2 wide receivers here down to the near side. Solomon Fleener is a fullback or tight end of sorts off to the right side. Henderson again to pass, loops one down here to the flat. It's complete on the near side across the 40, across the 35. Big block, and it's complete to Zach Silcox. And he runs out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And that is a pickup of 12 yards. Grayson County's defense has not allowed a touchdown in 27 consecutive drives. That could come into danger here as Butler County moving the ball on their second drive of this game. Ball placed on the Grayson County 34-yard line. Again, the shotgun formation. Trips out to the high side. Henderson will roll to that side. He has a blocker if he wants to scramble, and he does. And he lowers the shoulder, and he's going to end up picking about 2 or 3 yards on the run. And I think Mason Miller was in there on the tackle for Grayson County. And it's going to be placed at the 31-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards, second down and 7 coming up for the Bears of Butler County. Again, they entered this game with a record of 1-2. They won week 1 in a thriller against Hart County, 34-32. That had to be a great game to watch. And then have lost back-to-back games against McLean County and also lost against Hancock County last week. 48-8 was that score against the Hornets a week ago. 2 running backs in the backfield. He'll give it to Beasley right up the middle, and Beasley has nothing going. Looks like he's going to end up even maybe losing a yard back for Butler County. And they will push it back. It will turn out to be maybe a loss of about a half a yard. And the 9th play of the drive will turn out to be 3rd down and long 7, short 8, depending on how you want to look at it. As something you don't always see is Jagger Henderson doesn't come down to talk with the offensive coordinator for Butler County, who is Barry Frazier. Instead, it's all based on hand signals. You don't usually see that. Solomon Fleener is the wide receiver down here to the near side. two wide receivers to the high side and a tight end set to the left side. Henderson, high snap, he corrals it. He hands it off to Morris. He goes across the 30-yard line up to the 28, and he will be stopped just there. As in there on the tackle for Grayson County was Ben Rogers. Rogers last week had 4 tackles for a loss, and it's going to be up to the 28-yard line, a 4-yard pickup, 4th down and 4. Big play here for the Grayson County defense. Can they come up with a big stop deep here in their own territory? Beasley goes in motion from the near side to the far side. They're going to bounce another wide receiver. So you got trips out to the high side. Fleener is the wide receiver down here to the near side. Jagger Henderson in the pistol formation. He stands about 4 yards behind the center. He's still moving his players around. He has a running back, Morris, right behind him. Morris is going to get it up the right side. He's not going to get it. Grayson County's defense stops him for a loss on the play. And the Cougars have a great stop. And again, Ben Rogers in there on the stop. And how about the defense? Again, bending but not breaking. So it goes back to the 29-yard line. And it will turn out here to be Grayson County ball. 4:49 to play here in the first quarter. 8-0. The Cougars are on top. They scored on one play the last time. See if they can't keep that perfect streak rolling here. Again, ball placed on their own 29-yard line. Kaylor Decker in the shotgun formation. He has multiple running backs behind him, and he gives it to Woodcock, who has a big hole across the 30, across the 35, across the 40. He's still on his feet across the 45, brought down near midfield. Big run by Caden Woodcock. Zach Bratcher lays a big block down the field to help him get free, and it's up to the 49-yard line, and that is a pickup of 20 yards on the run for Caden Woodcock. As Kaylor Decker gets the play call from head coach Brian Jones, who also calls the plays for the Cougars. Again, they scored on their first play, so their 2 plays already in this game have accounted for 77 yards. That's pretty darn good if you ask me. 1 wide receiver on each side. Decker again in the shotgun formation. He has 3 running backs to his right, and Woodcock's going to get it up across that left side. He has another big hole across the 45, across the 40. Tries to get outside the numbers, and he's brought down at the 36-yard line. That is a pickup of about 15 yards and a first down, Grayson County. The Cougar defense, or the Cougar offense, when you look at them, it's hard not to mention, you got the backfield of Kaylor Decker, Caden Woodcock, Mason Miller, your wide receivers, Hunter Toms, as Michael Wood was actually the one who had that touchdown for Grayson County. I said it was Hunter Toms, but it was Michael Wood who had it. Owen Bratcher, Zach Bratcher also in there in your offensive line, Dalton Constant, Sawyer Drake, Ethan Hall, Lane Pullman, and Hunter Harper. Cougars break the huddle here, as that was Michael Wood, I believe, that actually had the touchdown. I think it was a number 8, not a number 9 there for Grayson County. Shotgun formation, 1 wide receiver on each side. Blitz coming right up the middle is for Butler County, and Mason Miller has it. He tried to find a hole in the Butler County blitz when they came up the middle. They came past Miller, and I'm not sure they knew Miller had the ball, and when they came past him, he had a little bit of a sliver that he ended up taking it up the middle. He's going to pick up, maybe about 1 or 2, depending on the official spot. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Grayson County. Ball placed on the Butler County 34-yard line. Far hash. And again, a shotgun formation. This is a different formation, one we haven't really seen, with 3 running backs to Decker's left. Butler County showing blitz again. And it will be a handoff right up the middle, and big hole across the 30. Ball's out. Butler County's got it. As the Cougars have a big hole there, and it just popped right out. And that is the last thing you wanted. You had all of the momentum in the world, and the ball pops out, and Butler County's defense has recovered their 9th fumble on the season. Really an impressive and an amazing stat with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play here in the first quarter. They trail this one, though, to Grayson County 8-0. So officially the ball will be placed as, I see fine, as the Cougar was covering it up, as it's placed on the Butler County 27-yard line. So trips here down to the near side, 1 wide receiver out to the right. Fleener goes in motion. Now he'll back it down here to the near side. Henderson to pass. He's got to step up in the pocket. Throws it back here to Fleener on the near side. Off his hands and incomplete. And they're going to say it is a fumble, I guess. Was it a backwards pass or not? Grayson County comes down with it. And it is Cougar ball. So they're going to talk this over, and they're saying it's Grayson County football. They said that the pass was behind, and a smart play by Grayson County just picking it up and starting to run down the field. So immediately, Grayson County gets the ball right back. Heads up play by the defense, as it was close. And, we don't have the greatest angle on it. The official does down there. So Grayson County, after turning it over themselves, gets the ball back, leading 8-0, 2 minutes and 36 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And they have it placed at the 15-yard line of Butler County. Multiple subs coming in here for the Bears. Decker in the shotgun formation. He pitches it to the near side to Woodcock, and he is wrapped up from behind. And the first man in there for Butler County was Carson Miller, as it's going to turn out to be a loss of about 1 or 2 yards. And it'll be back to the 17-yard line. So 2nd down and 12 coming up for Grayson County. They've moved the ball well. Again, that fumble just hurt, but at the same time, it doesn't, because they get the ball back on the next play after Butler County makes a mistake of their own. Slow to break the huddle. Grayson County making sure they get the play call right. The junior quarterback, Kaylor Decker. And it is a shot under center will go Decker here. He has 2 running backs behind him in an I formation. It's a handoff to Woodcock. He has a hole across the 15, and he's wrapped up from behind, and he's brought down at about the 11-yard line. So it will turn out to be a pickup of about 5 or 6 yards on the run by Caden Woodcock. And it will be to the 12-yard line, so it's officially a 5-yard pickup. So 3rd down and 6 coming up for Grayson County. 1.5 minutes to play here in our opening quarter. Again, the Cougars are on top 8-0. Decker gets the play call from the high side, brings it back here towards the middle. Ball placed here on the near hash. Cougars in their road white jerseys with orange numerals, orange pants, white helmet. I like this look if you're playing on the road. I don't particularly love the all white. That's just me, though. 3 running backs in the backfield for Decker. 2 right next to him, 1 behind him. And the one behind him, Woodcock, will get it. He's up the middle across the 10, spinning towards the 5, which is where he needed to get. And it'll all depend on the spot, whether Caden Woodcock gets it or not. And they're going to say it's 4th down, as it looked like he needed to get to the 5, and he got to the 6 instead. So it's 4th down and 1 from the 6-yard line. Kaylor Decker needs to get to the 5. Big play coming here. Grayson County just got a stop on downs a few minutes ago. Can Butler County get one of their own? So 4th down, Kaylor Decker under center. 1 wide receiver to the right side. It's a handoff to Woodcock. He's got it and more, and he's into the end zone. Waiting for a signal. He's in. Touchdown, Cougar. 6 yards, Caden Woodcock. 14-0, Grayson County on the 4th down play. 6 yards with 13.4 seconds to play in the first quarter. Exactly what the Cougars needed. And again, they're doing this as you saw this formation here in the Kentucky-Auburn game last week. As right now, your center is Owen Bratcher. As you've got Hunter Toms down here to the near side. Mason Miller is one of the deep backs, and it will be to Miller. He'll throw over to Bratcher. It's complete. That works perfectly as he does a jump pass to Bratcher over the middle. And Mason Miller finds Bratcher for the 2-point conversion. And Grayson County now leads this one 16-0 over Butler County with 13.4 seconds to play in the first quarter. I do want to especially give a nice shout out to our good friends from the Grayson County Alumni Association. They recently hosted their 2nd annual Help the Cougars Tackle Hunger food drive in support of the Grayson County Alliance Food Pantry. The GCHS class of 1983 was the primary organizer of this year's drive. Despite the coronavirus pandemic and a severely limited number of fans at the game against Breckinridge County a few weeks ago, they ended up raising monetarily wise, $3,100 to the Grayson County Alliance, and food items wise, $1,630 total food items and over 1,600 total pounds of food that will accommodate over almost 1,400 meals. So great job by the Grayson County Football Alumni Association. I know our good friend Roger Lush and his team have done an excellent job. The kickoff for Grayson County is a deep one, and it's going to be taken at about the 14-yard line by the deep back here for Butler County, and he takes it across the 20 where he's brought down from behind. And late penalties coming down as a Butler County player knocks down Keaton Hodges, or Dominique Vigil. And it will be with 7.6 seconds to play, so Butler County will have one play left in this second quarter. And I think this will be going against the Bears, as Dominic Vigil was knocked down after the play. Waiting still from the official to give us our official signal. And it will be a late hit after the play is over. He says personal foul on the Bears, and that will push them back with 7.6 seconds to play in the first half. So ball placed at the, looks like maybe the 11. That's what we'll say. So it's hard to see as the paint is fading down on that far right side. Last play here this first quarter. Shotgun formation for Henderson. He has two wide receivers to the right side, one here to the left. And it's going to be a handoff to Morris up the middle, and he keeps it going up to about the 15-yard line, and that's where the play will end. Grayson County leads this one 16-0 after one. This is Cougar football on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
He leads this one 16-0 here at the start of the second half of action, as Butler County ended up bringing that run down to the 15-yard line. So it was a pickup of 4 yards. So it will be 2nd down and 6 for the Bears here at the start of this second quarter of action. So we appreciate you tuning in tonight here on K105 and K105 Digital Productions. It is a perfect night for football here in Morgantown. It's 16-0 Grayson County. They lead this one. A lot of really good games going on around the region. Owensboro Catholic, McLean County, they're playing. South Warren and Bowling Green playing down in the Bowling Green area. Shotgun formation here for Jagger Henderson to start the quarter. He fakes the handoff to Morris, throws off, and it is incomplete. Intended on the slant route on that far side of the field for Butler County's. It might be Beasley there. No, it wasn't Beasley as he's checking out onto the field. I'm not sure exactly who it was, as it will be here coming up. 16-0 though. Grayson County still leads this one after the incompletion. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 now. So Grayson County defense here setting this one up, waiting for Butler County to break the huddle. The junior quarterback, Jagger Henderson, does this. These two teams will match up again next year in Litchfield. 2 wide receivers on each side. All alone in the backfield is Henderson. He does a 3-step drop, now rolls here to the near side. He's got to get away from one Cougar man, and now he's going to take off and run it across the 10. He sidesteps out of bounds at about the 16-yard line down this near side. He'll end up picking up 1 yard. So it'll turn out to be 4th down and 5, and probably an obvious punting situation for Butler County. And that will move Grayson County's scoreless streak on defense now to, I believe, 32 consecutive drives without giving up any points. It's 31. So 31 consecutive drives, Grayson County, barring some semblance of trickiness or tricks up their sleeve here, but I can't imagine this deep in their own territory that she'd be going to punt this one away, and they will do it. A nice punt, straight up, Be caught by Woodcock at the 49-yard line, and he's immediately blown up. It's one that he just needs to do a fair catch as it goes into Grayson County territory, and it's brought down here officially at the 49 or 48-yard line. Still waiting for an official signal from our official. It's the 48 for Grayson County as they will get their first drive of the second quarter with 11:41 to play here in the half. Cougs up 16-0. So ball placed on their own 48. Shotgun formation for Decker. Trips to the high side. Decker will roll that way. Looks to throw. He has a man, and it is intercepted and dropped by Butler County. Jagger Henderson had a chance and probably should have picked that one off as Decker threw it in between two players for Grayson County. He had two men wide open and split them, and turns out to be an incompletion pass, but luckily it wasn't anything more than that. It easily could have been an interception, and Butler County could have gotten pretty decent field position on that. 11:35 to play here in this first half. Grayson County leads this one 16-0. Again, you've got three running backs in the backfield here for Grayson County. Kaylor Decker is the quarterback. It'll be a handoff to Woodcock. He's up across the 50-yard line, across the 45, bounces it back towards the middle at the 40-yard line, and he spins down at the 38-yard line. Briar Beasley in there on the tackle for Butler County as he gets it up to the 38-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Grayson County first down. The Cougars are coached by Brian Jones. He is in his first season as the head coach of Grayson County. Previously, he was the head coach at Todd County Central. Overall, Coach Jones's record is 15-50 in 7 overall seasons as a head coach, but of course 3-0 at Grayson County. So that's a pickup of 14 yards there on the run by Caden Woodcock, and more importantly, a first down. Faking the handoff to Woodcock, Decker rolls out to pass, throws off into the flat, and overthrows Mason Miller. He had Miller wide open, but it falls incomplete, and it will bring up second down and 10 here for Grayson County. Scores from around the region: McCracken County on top of Davis County, 16-7. That game approaching the end of the first quarter. Owensboro Catholic on top of McLean County, 21-0. Greenwood on top of Union County, 7-0. I saw no score between South Warren and Bowling Green. So those are some of the games going on from around the region. Of course, that South Warren Bowling Green is one of the top games in the entire state here today. I formation, Kaylor Decker under center. And a Grayson County player is going to move a false start, as jumping for a false start was Lane Pullman, the left guard for Grayson County, and that will push the Cougars the wrong way back to the 43-yard line. Second down and 15 comes up for Grayson County, 10:56 to play in the first half. Again, Grayson County leads this one 16-0. So it really is a good crowd tonight, as good of a crowd as it possibly can be. Grayson County section on the far side of the field. They have got, Butler County's got, maybe 8 little sets of bleachers, and Grayson County fans are scattered all over them. Trips out to the right side, shotgun formation here for the junior Decker. He is a running back, Woodcock to his right. And he rolls out here to the far side. Decker scans, throws, and incomplete. As he tried to find Levi Martin on the far side of the field, but it falls incomplete. And it will bring up here third down and long for Grayson County. What do you draw up here? You've had decent success in some ways passing, but at the same time you're missing those little throws. After I mentioned that Decker on the season completing 67% of his passes, he's nowhere near that mark here today. As he's thrown, I'm not sure he's had a completion yet. As your completions have been, I believe Levi Martin was one of them on the long pass. But here it comes, I formation. Decker will go under center. Miller is the fullback. Woodcock is the deep back. And it will be faking the handoff to Woodcock. He'll do a jump pass on a screen to Miller, and Butler County is not fooled at all. Miller will end up picking up 2 yards, but it'll bring up fourth down and long. And I'm sure Grayson County will try and just pooch punt this and try and pin the Bears deep. 10.5 minutes to play in the first half. Grayson County leads this one 16-0, and it will be a punting situation. Caden Woodcock will punt this one away as he stands at his own 47-yard line. No one is deep to return this for Butler County. And now finally, Briar Beasley will run back to get this, and he stands at about his own 10. Woodcock had a 52-yard punt against Muhlenberg County last week. It's a good snap. Woodcock gets it away, and it's a pretty good punt down that far side of the field. It bounces at the 15-yard line, and it'll be downed inside the 10-yard line for Caden Woodcock. Looks like at about a 31-yard punt for Caden Woodcock. Nice punt by Woodcock, and that's where you can control field position. Push them deep, especially a team that likes to pass as much as Butler County does. You can start to see if you can't get your pass rush in there and see if you can't push them back there, maybe get 2. So 9:53 to play here in the first half. Butler County with the ball on their own 10-yard line. Shotgun formation for Henderson. And he's going to run this himself right up the middle. He's across the 10, and he's still on his feet. But they only pick up maybe about 3 yards on the run down here towards this near side. Multiple Cougars were in there on the tackle. Looks like Hunter Toms or Levi Martin might have been one of the first men in there to grab that one. So to the 13-yard line, it will be a 3-yard pickup. 2nd down and 7 coming up here for the Bears of Butler County. Again, Butler County 1-2 on the season. They are in Class 2A, District 2. So you got Catholic, McLean County, Hancock County, and more. Hand off to Morris up across that left side. Actually, it's not Morris. It is Colton Dunnels. And he carries it up across the 20-yard line, and it'll end up being a first down for Butler County. As it goes up to the 23-yard line, a 10-yard pickup.
Butler County. Getting to 23.
9 minutes to play here in the opening half. 16-0. Butler County leading this one over Grayson County. Henderson again goes in the shotgun formation. He has the running back Dunnels to his right, and Dunnels is now going to run out wide. Henderson going to run this one across the left side on the quarterback sweep. He gets it across the 25-yard line, and it looks like he's going to be brought down at about the 26, so about a 3-yard pickup. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 7 here for Butler County. Eight minutes, 15 seconds to play here in the second quarter. As we'll try to see if we can't hear as Graves County is on top. I believe they're playing Ohio County tonight. 14-6 is the score. I believe that is who they are playing tonight. Ball is bobbled on the snap, and looks like Henderson is going to come down with it as he was lit up in the backfield after seeing that the ball was bobbled. Grayson County laid a big hit on Henderson, and good to see him. I think Cooper Goff was the man in there. It's going to turn out to be a loss of 4 yards back to the 22-yard line. And 3rd down and 11 coming up for Butler County. Checking out of the game, Jordan Todd for Butler County. And this is probably an obvious passing down here under 7.5 minutes to play, in Butler County finding themselves with that 16-0 deficit. Trips out to the left side, one wide receiver here to the near side. Shotgun formation. He has a running back to his right, does Henderson. He fakes the handoff, now throws over the middle, and it is through the hands of Joey Clemens. He had the interception and dropped it. And he'd like to have that one back. And Fleener slung him down right afterwards, so it was a tough hit. But it will turn out to be a punting situation, as it was a big chance on the interception by Joey Clemens, but it just went through his legs. So will be another punting situation for Butler County. Woodcock is back deep. He again stands just about his own 48-yard line. Silcox is the punter for Butler County. He gets it away, and it is another really short punt that goes out, bounces and ends up taking a Butler County bounce. It is knocked out of bounds by Joey Clemens at the 42-yard line of Butler County. It's a 20-yard punt for Butler County. So we'll turn out here. And again, good field position here. And if you're Grayson County, you've got to score a touchdown on this. Try and get yourself some more breathing room here and not let anything crazy happen in this game. So Grayson County again with the ball on the Butler County 42-yard line. Cougars have had success moving the ball. They're forced to punt on their last drive. A false start penalty, though, was what really hurted them there. I formation for Decker. He's under center. He's a wide receiver on each side. It's the I formation, though. It'll be a handoff to Woodcock. He bounces it here to the near side. Outside the numbers, across the 30-yard line, across the 25. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, towards the end zone, and I think he's going to be about 1 yard short. Caden Woodcock took that one deep down this near side and ends up a Butler County player slow to get up after that play. After Woodcock carries that one down to the 1 yard line, a 41-yard pickup on the run by Caden Woodcock. Slow to get up on that one was Jacob Cox for Butler County, but I believe he does remain in the game. So ball placed on the 1, 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play in this second quarter. Woodcock been one of the top running backs in the entire state on the season, and he's showing it here tonight. Exactly why. Under center is Decker. Looks like Woodcock is the deep back, and he will get it up across the right side, and a hole as wide as the Red Sea, and Woodcock takes it in for a Grayson County touchdown. 1 yard, Woodcock moves in for his 10th touchdown of the season, and Grayson County has blown this one open to a 22-0 lead with 6 minutes and 16 seconds to play in this first half. And again, they're running the same formation. Owen Bradsher is the center, and now they're going to pop it back in, and they're going to move it. And looks like Jackson Kane will instead take the PAT. So Kane will attempt the extra point. Place down, the kick is up, and he put it through. Cougars on top 23-0. This is Cougar football on K105.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
Being prepared is a part of who you are. But it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Caden Woodcock gets his 10th rushing touchdown on the season. Took Grayson County just 2 plays to get into the end zone on that one, and Butler County looking for an answer here. As Jackson Kane, or no, it'll be Mason Miller to kick this for Grayson County.
Miller's set to kick off for the Cougars.
No, it is Jackson Kane. It is Jackson Kane. As at first I thought it was Miller, then it was Kane, then Miller again. And Kane kicks it straight out of bounds, and it'll turn out to be a penalty. So Butler County is going to end up getting good field position here to start their drive here with 6 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the first half. If you're Butler County, you just need something good to happen. What that is, it can kind of depend. Some scores to bring you in the second quarter. McCracken County on top of Davis County 23-7. As it's placed on the 35-yard line of Butler County. Jagger Henderson is the quarterback again for Butler County. 2 wide receivers on each side. He is a running back to his left, and it will be a handoff. No, it's kept by Henderson across the 40. He's across the 45-yard line where he's slung down across that first down marker by Hunter Toms. So it's a pickup of 10 yards and a first down for Butler County. Henderson tricked everybody in the stadium on that run. Two wide receivers on each side. He again goes back to pass. Four-man rush for Grayson County. Throws off into the flat. It's complete at the 45-yard line. He goes across midfield and into Cougar territory on the pass completion. As it's complete to Morris on that far side. He goes up to the 47-yard line. It is a 8-yard pickup. 2nd down and 2 coming up here for Butler County. The speed-up offense. No huddle is working. Complete to Beasley. No, he drops it on that far side. And that stops the clock and stops maybe the momentum for Butler County. So 3rd down and 1 or 2, depending on how you look at it. Shotgun formation again for Henderson. 2 wide receivers to the right. He's going to take it right up the middle. He tries to get it outside. He will across the 45. He's got the 1st down and more as he's brought down at the 39-yard line by Grayson County's Hunter Toms. Pickup of 8 yards on the run. 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Grayson County again leading this one 23-0. Henderson looks to pass to the left. Now he'll roll here to the near side. 5-man rush for Grayson County. He'll throw, and it is complete at the 34-yard line. No, he dropped it. So it was intended for Morris, and the official was right there on top of it. We couldn't see. We were blocked by the Butler County bench, but the official says it is incomplete. So ball moves back to the Butler County 39-yard line. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Again, Henderson quickly moving in the pistol formation. He'll hand it off to Morris, and Morris is swung down and brought down in the backfield. Hunter Harper and Mason Miller were in there on the tackle. Harper was the first man in there for the Cougars. Tackled for a loss for Hunter Harper, and it will be loss of 4 yards back to the 43-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered for Grayson County, forcing Butler County into a 3rd down and long. As now they're going to slow things down and stop the no huddle. Henderson has Morris to his right. Trips to the near side here. 1 wide receiver out to the left. Fakes the handoff, now throws over the middle, and it is high and incomplete. It was intended for Landon Phelps, but that will bring up 4th down and long. This is an interesting play call if you're Brandon Embry. You're down 23-0. 4th down and 13. Ball placed on the Grayson County 43-yard line, and it looks like they're going to punt it. It's a tough decision. It's 4th and long. You're deep in your own territory. Your offense finally starting to move the ball just a little bit. Woodcock will go deep to return it for Grayson County. Snap is on the ground, and they are going to get it away. And this is a decent punt. It's a spinning kick, though. Takes a bounce to the 20, rolls down inside the 15-yard line, and it'll die at the Grayson County 13-yard line. That's a 30-yard punt for Butler County. That punt was spinning like crazy. 30 yards, though, on the punt. 4 minutes and 22 seconds to play here in the first half. Grayson County's got to go pretty much the length of the field to try and add another touchdown here before the half. Webster County leads Caverna 14-0. That score is in the first half. I don't see any other scores really to bring you right now as Grayson County breaks the huddle. And it will be the I formation. The junior quarterback, Kaylor Decker, with 1 wide receiver on each side. He'll hand it off to Woodcock. He bounces it out across that high side, across the 20, across the 25, across the 30, lowers his shoulder down to the 35-yard line. Grayson County brought down by Beasley on the play, but Caden Woodcock takes it up to the 35-yard line, 22-yard pickup, and a Grayson County 1st down. Butler County has had no answer for Caden Woodcock tonight, and I'm not sure that really surprises anybody. Decker in the I formation again. Again, 1 wide receiver on each side, and why pass when they can't stop you on the ground? Butler County showing blitz up the middle, and a false start is going to be called on Grayson County. I missed that one, but it seems like Brian Jones didn't seem to disagree with the call at all, and that's what I always like to do. If I don't see a call, I always look for the head coach. Because usually if the head coach doesn't agree with it, he'll be letting the official know, and there was nothing there at all. So it must have been a good call. I did not see it, though. 3:50 and counting to play here in the first half. Grayson County on top of Butler County 23-0 as they'll push this back to the Grayson County 30-yard line. Decker again under center, first down and 15. Be another handoff to Woodcock. He is tripped up by his feet. Nice tackle at the shoestrings by Butler County. In there on the tackle was Levi McMillan, as it'll end up being up to the 33-yard line, a 3-yard pickup, second down and 12. And again, Grayson County, I think they're probably at the point here where if they don't score here, they're going to make sure Butler County does not get a chance to do that. Under center goes Decker. It'll be another handoff to Woodcock. He's got a hole across the 35, across the 40, outside the numbers, across the 50, and he spins and does a flip down to the 47-yard line. That's enough for a Grayson County first down up to the 45-yard line. And Grayson County keeps that clock moving, 22 yards on the pickup for Woodcock. 2:50 to play here in this first half. So under center goes Decker again. And I just keep giving it to Caden. And that's exactly what they'll do. He has another hole across the 40, across the 35, keeping the legs moving across the 30-yard line. And he's down to about the 27 or 28-yard line. An 18-yard pickup and another Grayson County first down. Absolutely no answer defensively for Caden Woodcock for this Butler County defense. Grayson County will get the ball to start the second half. So Cougars could try and get 2 scores here before Butler County touches the ball again. And Decker looks like it was a triple option attempt, and Decker ended up keeping it, and he's dropped in the backfield for a loss of 3 yards back to the 30-yard line. So second down and 13 coming up, and I think that was a little bit of miscommunication there on defense or on offense for Grayson County. 1:50 to play in this first half. And Grayson County with a 23-0 lead. Caden Woodcock has 2 touchdowns, and there was a long trick play completion on the first play of scrimmage for Grayson County. Showing blitz off the near side is Butler County. They will bring it. Decker keeps it himself, and again, he is dropped for a loss back to the 33 or 34-yard line, and now Grayson County is going to take themselves a timeout with 1 minute and 24 seconds to play, and they're going to give him forward progress to the 32. So it'll end up being only a loss of 2 yards, and it'll be third down and 15. Next play, we'll try to see if we can't bring you some scores from around the region. Greenwood leads Union County 7-0. That score is in the first half. South Warren and Bowling Green all knotted up at 0. That score is at halftime. So again, 0-0 is the score of that one. North Hardin leads Meade County 24-0. That game is early in the third quarter. LaRue County on top of Thomas Nelson at the half, 22-6. Hopkins County Central leads Madisonville 12-0. That game is in the second quarter of that one. Again, Webster County leads Caverna by 2 touchdowns with 7:46 to play in the first quarter of that game. And really, that's all of the scores that we have to bring you. As I saw earlier, McLean County was losing to Owensboro Catholic. And that's all that we have to bring you. So a defensive game going down in South Warren and Bowling Green. That game is played in Bowling Green tonight, at Bowling Green High School, rather. And here we come back to action. Third down and 15 coming up for the Cougars. 1 wide receiver on each side. Decker and running into each other in the backfield. Woodcock and Decker, major miscommunication. And they will be dropped for another loss. And this drive has turned out to be extremely poor. And does Butler County take a timeout? They do here. So that's not what Grayson County wanted there at all. They'll end up being pushed back to the 33-yard line. Somehow that turns out to be only a 1-yard loss. So fourth down and long coming up, and Grayson County here, you're just going to try and punt this and pin this as absolutely deep as you possibly can. If you're watching with us on K105 Digital Productions tonight, as always, let us know where you might be watching from, who you might be cheering for. If you've got a specific player, we always like to know that. I know we got all kinds of different fans in here from around the region and around the state, even around the world. We've had Japan. The other day we had our first from Arizona, I know, and it's always good to see where people are tuning in from. I know we always got to give a shout out to our good friend Roger Lush down in North Carolina. He's always locked in and ready to go. And he does really good work. Be sure to join their Alumni Association's Facebook page. If you're an alumni of the Cougar football team, they do really good work. Roger's team does. Woodcock to punt. He stands at the 43-yard line. It's a good snap. And it's a little pooch punt off to the right side, and it'll go out of bounds. And it's actually going to end up taking almost a Grayson County bounce because it bounces back towards the play. And it will be down inside the 20-yard line, maybe down to the 15. I'm waiting for our near side judge here to see what he can do. It might only be about an 18-yard punt, but really Woodcock didn't need to give it anything more than that. It will be the 15-yard line, so 18 yards on the punt for Grayson County. So Butler County here, 1:03 to play in the first half. What does Butler County try to do here with the ball on their own 15-yard line? They've had some success passing through the air. I mean, that's really their only decision here. They do have 2 timeouts remaining, though. It'll be Jagger Henderson in the shotgun formation, a bunch formation trips here down to the near side. Henderson will look that way, rolling out. He's chased by a Cougar defender. He throws off into the flat, and it is incomplete. Intended for Briar Beasley. He tried to dive and catch that one, but it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 55.8 seconds to play in this first half. Grayson County trying to bend but not break. Remember to tune in at halftime show for our Cougars in the Classroom. As I said last week, that you can't get higher than Mr. McGee, which we had last year, but we got maybe the second most important person in Grayson County schools. Throwing off into the flat, it is complete and brought down immediately at the 15-yard line for no gain. Sniffing that one out to perfection was Grayson County's defender, and I believe it was Hunter Harper on there. Exactly what they needed, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. That might have been taken by Grayson County. I'm not sure officially who it was taken by, but it wouldn't be a terrible timeout. It was called by Grayson County. That was probably a good timeout here. Is you got 47.4 seconds. Butler County would be punting deep in their own end zone if they be looking to punt. You've got Woodcock, who's got big play capabilities. Why not? I like it. Sometimes you want to put as many points up on the board when you got the chance. At the half, Owensboro Catholic leads McLean County 21-0. That one actually kind of surprises me. I thought McLean County was going to take the Aces, but with that game being played in Owensboro, you never really know. So spreading it wide out, 5 wide receivers. Jagger Henderson all alone in the backfield. He steps up. It's a 3-step drop. He'll throw it, and he just loops one down the field, and it is incomplete. 3 Cougars go up for it. Hunter Toms had the interception, but he was bumped by Hunter Felty on the way down, and it's going to turn out to be 4th down and long now. That's kind of one of those things that, do you want it to be incomplete? Do you want to get the interception? They would have had it probably about their 42-yard line. So here's now the question. What Grayson County's return will be on the punt here to see if that was a good decision or a good thing that the ball dropped or not. And the punt is a booming punt. And Woodcock is going to catch it, and he bobbles it, and he's just going to have to fall down on top of it. Back into Grayson County territory at the 42-yard line. And now I think you almost just take a knee and get to half if you're Grayson County. Not a good return by Grayson County, but an even better punt by the Bears. Again, though, be sure to tune in at halftime. We have our Cougars in the Classroom segment. It'll be a good one if you're a parent of students. We've been trying to do that, give you as much time as back to school was this week, so who else should we talk to? I think there's only one man that we can bring in. So will Grayson County just need this one or not? No, it appears that we might have some action. Ball placed on their own 42-yard line, 31.7 seconds. Shotgun formation. Butler County showing blitz across that right side. Does Decker pick it up? He's going to hand it off to Woodcock. Trick play again. Levi Martin steps up. They're going to try it again down that far side, and it is incomplete. They tried the same play that they did to score their touchdown, and they threw it down to that far side of the field towards Hunter Toms, but it falls incomplete. 25.2 seconds to play, and maybe now you just take a knee and get to half. Or will they try another deep pass? That was a nice throw. Levi Martin's got himself an arm. Well, Decker, he gets the play call from head coach Brian Jones, and I love the gunslinger mentality. Like, let's go. You've got a chance to score, so why not take it? Toms is the wide receiver down here towards the near side. It's the shotgun formation. You got 3 wide receivers in a bunch formation to the right side. It'll be a handoff to Woodcock. No, and he hands it off to Martin, who gets across the 40-yard line, down across the 50. He takes a big hit, and a late hit comes in from Butler County, and they do not call it. As coming in there late was Dylan Silcox. After Martin laid a big hit of himself, he was running, and he ran over a Butler County player. That will be enough for a first down up to the 48-yard line. As Grayson County, it's a 10-yard pickup there for Martin. 15.5 seconds to play. Grayson County does have 1 timeout. $15.5. 23-0. Grayson County on top of this one. Under center goes Kaylor Decker. He is a wide receiver on each side. It's the I formation. Woodcock is the deep back. And it will be a pitch out to Woodcock. He's going to pass. He steps up. He throws down the far side of the field, and it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Jagger Henderson. He probably should have had it. He should have had 2 picks here tonight. With now here another play coming. And nope, they're just going to let the... Why was the clock running? As it should have been stopped here for 9 seconds is what the clock should be. That's what our official says. 9 seconds on the clock. Second down and 10. Ball placed on the Butler County 48-yard line. What do you do here? I'm not sure what you draw up here for your Grayson County. You've got a timeout remaining. You might just run it. Jackson Kane, his leg, Coach Jones told me last week, inside the 20 would be his max. And they're just going to hand it off to Woodcock. He bounces through across the 40-yard line, and that's where he's going to be brought down. Will Brian Jones take a timeout? He will not. He'll just let the time run out, and at the end of 1, Grayson County leads this one 23-0. This is Cougar football on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Let's see.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County leads this one 23-0 here at the half. Really, it seems like this kind of gives me some thoughts from last week against Muhlenberg County, where it was good, but not great of an offensive performance. The defense, though, again, bending but not breaking. Really, a lot to like if you're head coach Brian Jones. Coming up on our halftime show, we'll run down some scores from around the region, run down how the Cougars got to this point, and we will have our Cougars in the Classroom segment. So we'll take a break, come back with more as this is Cougar football on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Anytime they're playing music downstairs, it's loud. I go downstairs, see what they're doing, see what music they're doing, see what they're dancing to. I go play piano downstairs, they come get involved. Leah has a drum set beside it, banging that. Any music, that's what they do.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Cougs on top of Butler County, 23-0 here at the half. And what an exciting first half is. Seems like Coach Jones, he has his little bag of tricks, and he just reached deep in there, and he just kept picking one out of one, and Butler County really not having much of an answer at all for that. Caden Woodcock, he had 2 touchdowns in that first half of action, and it was a Levi Martin pass to Hunter Toms, 57 yards for that 3rd touchdown. Woodcock, that was his 10th touchdown on the season, but the Grayson County defense, again, being impressive. Coming up, though, on our halftime show, well, first, we do have to see, I see that we got former Cougar football head coach Danny Clark. He's locked in down in Florida. And actually, Cougar baseball coach as well, Danny Clark now, but he's former Cougar head coach. He's watching down in Florida. Appreciate everyone tuning in, though, tonight on K105 Digital Productions. If you're watching, if you're locked in right now, be sure to stay tuned in as our Cougars in the Classroom segment presented by McDonald's of Litchfield makes the trip to the Grayson County Board of Education. We said that, we couldn't get Mr. McGee just yet, but instead we pull maybe number 2. And I think I can say this to Mr. Doug Robinson. He joins us coming up here on Cougars in the Classroom. I think we got to give the edge to Mr. McGee, just above Mr. Robinson, of course, over our biggest poll, but a lot of really good information coming up. So I'll shut up, and we'll let him take over, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Oh, that's a bad call. That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. It's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call. That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
While the Cougar athletic teams get most of the spotlight from the community, it is in the classroom where they first learn to succeed. This season, we will be featuring some of the people and programs that are making a difference in the lives of Grayson County students. Tonight's Cougars in the Classroom, presented by McDonald's of Litchfield, takes us to the Grayson County Board of Education for a back-to-school overview.
The last 6 months have been stressful for everyone, and a lot of planning. Those are the two things that come to my mind: is plan, 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 and stress, stress, stress. And that's whether you're talking about your work or your professional, whatever part of that life, those two words come to my mind.
Doug Robinson is the superintendent for Grayson County Schools. He explains that most students were eager to be back this week.
I was at Caneyville yesterday morning and was taking some temperatures, and the students, those elementary students, were so excited. They had smiles on their face, and I would come up and say, "Hey, I need to take your temperature real quick," and they just leaned their head in, and it's like, "Hurry up, get it in so I can get out of the car." So, but it's been good, but it's also been a little bit. It's been exciting, but it's also been a little anxious for everybody involved as well, just to get a few days under your belt to see how it's going to go.
This week will certainly give students, teachers, and parents an idea of how being back at school will be for the remainder of AB scheduling.
The reasons why we started this week before fall break, it gives everybody those few days to kind of say and see, here's what it's going to be. And we've been talking about it, and even as students you hear, well, we got to wear this, we got to do this, but until you get in there and you actually kind of walk in those steps and see it firsthand with your eyes of what it's going to look like, and the same with our teachers of, all right, how many kids am I going to have in the classroom, or how many students we're going to have on the bus, how are we going to get everybody fed? So I think that's been the big thing, is just getting in there and not just seeing, but feeling and participating on that.
Every school district in Kentucky has something unique about their plan, with many school districts combining ideas from other schools.
It's not uncommon. I talk to a lot of the superintendents touching us. I've got some superintendents that I'm friends with or associate with, and get ideas from Western Kentucky to Eastern Kentucky and somewhere in between there. So there's 171 superintendents, and it's kind of a network, and we all, just like in there today, everybody was sharing some of their different ideas. And then so you take your ideas that you hear and you put them into place on what works for your community, because Grayson County is a little bit different than whatever county it is. So we all kind of pitch different ideas, and you just kind of grab on to what you think will work for your community and your school.
When returning from fall break, students will begin attending school on Fridays.
We're going to be alternating Fridays, and this has kind of been an interesting topic, because every school district's doing a little something differently. And one thing that we're going to do is Group A, we're going to rotate Fridays. Group A will go on the first Friday, and Group B will be on the second Friday, and then we'll just rotate that around.
As relieving as normal may sound when dealing with education, the unknowns are too high to set a definite date of ending the AB schedule.
We have some dates out there, but you're always hesitant in these situations to give a definite answer too far into advance. If you're reading some information last night on the COVID in the United States, I think maybe it's on the rise in some areas. So I'm not going to throw myself out there too quick about how long. We've got certain dates, and that could be extended.
Robinson commends everyone for a great first week.
Students are wearing their masks, and I'm going to brag on all the students and all of our staff. The principals have told me there's been no issues with mask, temperature taking, or anything like that. So I have to brag on our students and our staff for that.
I am Emma Finch, reporting for Cougars in the Classroom. Brought to you by McDonald's of Litchfield. The halftime show will continue in a moment.
What's the FAFSA?
I have no idea what FAFSA stands for.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people at school talk about it, but I haven't actually had like a conversation about it.
When I'm preparing for college, my top priorities are how to pay for it.
They're really focused on getting you to the college level. They're not really focused on getting you through college, so they don't really talk about the financial aid or FAFSA.
The free application for federal student aid is the first step, and it just got easier. Visit knowhowtogoky.org to find out more.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, 105.
Welcome back here to to Butler County, where Grayson County leads the Bears 23-0 at the half. We want to thank Superintendent Doug Robinson for joining us for our Cougars in the Classroom segment presented by our friends at McDonald's of Litchfield. A lot of really good information there, and like he says, at this time, there is no plan for when AB scheduling will end for Grayson County students. And I think, honestly, that is anybody's guess. And I don't think anybody really knows anything when it comes to this. Grayson County, though, on top of this one, 23-0 against Butler County. The stat, though, that I really want to bring in, we're now up to 33 consecutive drives that Grayson County has not allowed any points. Last time that the Cougars shut out a team 3 games in a row, go back to start the 2010 season. So they had 5 shutouts that year. That was one of the better Cougar football teams here over the past couple of years. As back 10 years ago, as that season, the Cougars finished with a record of 9-3. They lost in the second round of the playoffs, as that was the year that they beat Owensboro in Owensboro, 28-22. But yeah, they beat Hancock, Muhlenberg, Breckenridge County, shutting all of them out. Allowed only 2 points to Todd County Central that season, and then shut out Barron County and Clinton County. So through the first 6 games of that 2010 season, they allowed 2 points. I might not be a football expert, but that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. Tonight, though, Cougars have allowed 0 points, and this season they've allowed 6, which, if you ask me, is pretty darn good, too. Maybe not quite as good as only 2, but you can't beat that much more than what we're on right now. How we've gotten to our scoring point, it was the Levi Martin to Hunter Toms touchdown, 57 yards in the first play from scrimmage for Grayson County. Longest play of at least the last year plus for Grayson County. Caden Woodcock, he had a 6-yard touchdown run right at the end of the first half. Grayson County scored 2-point conversions on both of those plays to lead 16-0. And Woodcock added a 1-yard run halfway through the second quarter to put the Cougs on top 23-0. As we are getting closer and closer to getting underway here, as they're going to put the 3-minute warm-up clock on, and we will get ready to get back in action. The second half is next, as this is Cougar football on K105.
Spending time outdoors has never felt more valuable. Whether it's exploring nature or relaxing in your yard, let's do it responsibly. Before going out, check for closures and fire restrictions. Practice social distancing, even when outside and on the trail. Back at home, if burning yard debris, keep your pile small. And no matter where you are, be sure to properly extinguish any outdoor fire. Drown, stir, drown, feel. We're all in this together. Help keep our safe places safe.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
The start of the second half is here. They got Grove Street party rolling here. I feel like I'm at a UK football game now, and the Cougs are on top of Butler County 23-0 here at the start of the second half. Cougars will get the ball to start the half. Quick scores to bring you as we get ready. We got about 40 seconds left on our warm-up clock. As North Hardin now leads Meade County 37-0. Webster County on top of Caverna 29-6. McCracken County on top of Davis County 31-15. Glasgow leads Logan County 7-2. That score is at the half. Todd County Central on top of Hancock County 14-6. That score is at the half as well. And last update I saw from Bowling Green was the Spartans and Purples all knotted up at 0. The kick is a pooch kick, and it is going to bounce in the middle of nowhere, and looks like Butler County's got it on the pooch kick as somebody just turned and watched it, and it is Butler County ball. As that was a mistake there, Waylon Bruce stood there and watched it, along with a couple other Cougar players. You can't just blame him, but Butler County gets that, and for the first time this season, Grayson County has a mistake on a special teams play. So they're going to get this on the Grayson County 35-yard line, and I'm sure Coach Jones is not happy with that at all. So Butler County going to get the ball here, working from left to right on your radio dial to start the second half of action. And it will be a shotgun formation all alone. Jagger Henderson trips to the near side, one wide receiver to the high side, and it'll be a handoff on the sweep to Beasley as he comes up. A penalty flag coming. That's going to be coming back from a hold by the left tackle. And so that'll end up pushing the Bears back. So the run goes out across down to about the 30-yard line, but it'll be coming back as Cougars were taken down off of a hold, just about as blatant as you get. Waiting, though, for our official to officially give us that. And he's still waiting. He's not given us anything yet, as he's looking, I guess, for an official to give the ball to. He hasn't given us our official signal yet as to what the penalty is. They're moving this. Waiting to see here. Now he's still not waiting to give us something. Now they're moving it back. Chop block called against Butler County. That's a lot worse than holding. That's a 15-yard penalty, and that'll move it back to the 50-yard line. So I thought it was a hold by the left tackle, but instead it's a chop block. So it's a 15-yard penalty. First down and 25 coming up for Butler County. Ball placed now at midfield. Shotgun formation for Henderson. He's a running back to his right, and it's going to be fake to him, and Henderson takes it right up the middle, but he's brought down from behind. Ben Rogers in there on the tackle for Grayson County. No gain on the run by Jagger Henderson. 2nd down and 15 coming up for Butler County. Cougar defense, again, rolling right along as they have not allowed any points in 33 consecutive possessions, but Butler County trying to get back into Grayson County territory on this play. 2 wide receivers to the left side, 1 here to the near side. Butler County, Henderson, he takes a 3-step drop, scans to the left, now back here towards the near side where he'll scramble, throws intended for Solomon Fleener, and it is incomplete. Fleener wanted a penalty flag, but he isn't going to get it. As Cooper Goff was in there on coverage, as Cooper Goff stands 5'8", Solomon Fleener is 6'4", and Cooper Goff held his own there. I think that's probably what the official said. It's hard to beat pass interference when you're almost a foot taller than him. Ball placed again at midfield. 3rd down and 25. Can the Cougar defense come up with a big stop? And if you're Butler County here, this is probably where you want to try and get about half of it back here and try and make it 4th and at least somewhat manageable. Jagger Henderson in that shotgun formation. He's a running back to his right. It's about a yard behind him. Henderson scans. Now he'll throw off to the running back Morris, and he bobbles it, and it's incomplete. He heard footsteps. Hunter Harper and Zach Bratcher were coming in there, and it'll bring up 4th down and long, and Butler County squanders a major opportunity. As they were going to have the ball placed at the Grayson County 35-yard line, but a chop block penalty moves it way back. So they will punt this away. Silcock stands at his own 40-yard line. Caden Woodcock stands back to receive this back at his own 18. Good snap. He gets it away, and it is straight into the air. A spinning kick, and it's going to bounce out of bounds to the 42, 41-yard line. A 9-yard punt for Butler County. So 9 yards on that punt, and Grayson County is going to end up getting themselves pretty decent field position here. Ball placed on the 41-yard line. 10 minutes, 51 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Cougs on top, 23-0. A really pleasant night, though, for football tonight. A little chilly, but as they would say, it's football weather. Perfect football weather. 23-0, though. Grayson County trips to the right side. Cougs working from right to left on your radio dial. Decker to pass. He throws over the middle. It's complete on the screen across the 45-yard line, across the 50, and he's brought down across the 45 into Butler County territory. Was Hunter Toms on the catch and run up to the 43-yard line. That is a pickup of 16 yards on the catch and run off the little screen play there for Hunter Toms. And Grayson County has themselves the first down here of this 2nd half. So shotgun formation here for Decker. He has a running back, Woodcock, to his right. 3 wide receivers kind of in a staggered formation to the right. He fakes the handoff to Woodcock. Decker's going to keep this himself. He gets a big block across the right side. He is a hole across the 30, outside the numbers, inside the 20, and he's pushed out of bounds down towards the 15-yard line. A massive block on the right side by Hunter Harper. He laid out one of the linebackers, and it ends up taking that down to the 10-yard line. A 33-yard pickup for Kaylor Decker. But it all was set up by a great block by Hunter Harper. Under 10 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. And that was it could not be more perfect of a block there on that outside. And I wish we had replay that we could have shown that to you, because I'm sure when Coach Jones goes back and watches the film on that, he is going to love that play. Clean and perfect. Decker in this little pistol formation of sorts. He's got the 3 running backs. It'll be a handoff to Woodcock. He has a hole across the left side, but he's tackled from behind. He waited too long to make his move, and it was just enough time for Josh Morris to come down and bring him down for no gain. As Woodcock was just waiting he had a hole, and he was trying to run sideline to sideline instead of north to south. So, turns out to be no gain on that one. So 9.5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Grayson County leads this one 23-0 over Butler County. One wide receiver on each side. Decker will go under center now. Little staggered I formation. Hand off to Woodcock right up the middle. He's down towards the 5-yard line. Inside the 5. Looks like down to about the 4 on the run. And looks like at about a 6-yard pickup for Caden Woodcock. Third down and goal coming up here from about the 3.5-yard line.
Just inside the 4-yard line.
What do you do here? And I'm sure that I think everybody in the building knows who's getting this ball right here. And his number is number 20, and his initials are CW. He is the deep back. He's got multiple running blockers on the left side. It will be a handoff to Woodcock. He's up the middle, diving into the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Cougars. Caden Woodcock gets another rushing touchdown, his third of the night and his 11th of the season. And Grayson County has blown this one open to a 29-0 advantage. And again, here's this little funky formation that Grayson County is going to do. And I don't believe the kicker is even out there right now, Jackson Kane. So it's almost a guaranteed 2-point conversion here. No, Kane is there. So he was hiding behind somebody. So here comes the PAT for Jackson Kane to try and make it a 30-0 game. And it's a bad snap, and he's just going to have to eat it. It's Kaylor Decker. So that's the end here after the Grayson County touchdown. 29-0. Cougs on top. This is Cougar football on K105.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Caden Woodcock gets his third rushing touchdown of the game, and Grayson County's going to put their defense right back out on the field. 8:31 to play here in the third quarter. Cougars on top, 29-0 over Butler County. Score update to bring you. South Warren and Bowling Green all tied up at 0. South Warren, though, will have the ball first down and goal at the start of the fourth quarter. The kick is taken back at about the 15-yard line by Butler County. A penalty flag comes in on the far side of the field, and we'll see where this will officially be spotted by our far side official. Bardstown defeats Nelson County 65-13. We'll make the trip to Nelson County here in a couple of weeks. Waiting for the official again here to let us know. And it is holding on Butler County. So it'll push the Bears back. And they'll end up starting this one placed at the 18-yard line. Grayson County's defense has been spectacular again here tonight. And, I mean, that's the key. Bending, but not breaking. It doesn't matter. In a lot of ways, it doesn't matter how many yards you give up. All that matters is points on the scoreboard. Trips here to the right side, one out to the left. Jagger Henderson takes a snap. He'll roll out here towards the near side, scans down the field. He throws one down the field, and it is incomplete, intended for Briar Beasley. He just underthrew him, and if Joey Clemens might have turned his head just a little bit earlier, he might have had a chance at the interception. But it was intended for Briar Beasley down here towards the near side. But Henderson hasn't been able to complete that long pass. 8:17 to play here in the third quarter. Grayson County still hangs on to the 29-0 lead. As it will be here, shotgun formation for Jagger Henderson. A little confusion, and he's going to go all alone. Two wide receivers on each side. Henderson going to do a sweep to the left, and he is immediately wrapped up. He does get it across the 20-yard line up to the 21. It's a 3-yard pickup. 3rd down and 7 coming up here for Grayson County, or for Butler County, with 8 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
3rd down and 6.
A lot of really good plays made by this defense tonight. They just haven't been able to make that interception. They've had a couple of chances. Both teams have had chances at interceptions tonight. Jagger Henderson's dropped a couple as well. Defense, though, Kevin Embry, defensive coordinator this season, has done an unbelievable job. As you heard Coach Jones praise him a lot. 2 wide receivers down here towards the near side and the far side. Again, all alone is Henderson on 3rd down and 6. Man in motion, Henderson. He'll throw it off to him, and it is a one-handed grab. And he probably should have just let it drop. Jacob Cox went up to get it, but he's going to end up being brought down for a loss. Back to the original line of scrimmage, loss of 3 yards. And it'll be 4th down and 10, and Butler County going to be forced to punt yet again, and that's 35 consecutive scoreless drives by the Grayson County defense. South Warren has just taken a 3-0 lead over Bowling Green, 10.5 to play in the game. Here comes the punt. And it is a spinning kick. No one back there to return it for Grayson County. It's going to bounce at midfield, and it'll be down at the Grayson County 45-yard line. Nice punt, as it turns out to be about 37 yards of the punt there for Butler County. So Grayson County gets the ball here.
37 yards on that punt, no return.
6 minutes and 47 seconds to play in this third quarter. As Grayson County here, you can get a score and an extra point, and you get into a running clock situation. You can get out of here with a win before headed to Graves County next week. Shotgun formation for Decker. He is a running back to his left. He'll pass, and it is complete, and it is a screen right in front of the middle across the 50-yard line, and spinning down, and a late hit comes in on Butler County as it was completed to Levi Martin. He gets up to the 45-yard line, 10-yard pickup, 1st down Cougs.
Gained exactly 10 yards. That'll move the sticks. 1st down for the Cougars.
6:30 and counting to play here in the third quarter. Grayson County still remains in control of this game. So it'll be shotgun formation for Grayson County. Kaylor Decker with Woodcock to his right. It'll be a handoff to Woodcock as he breaks it down here towards the near side. He's across the 45-yard line. He's brought down at the 41-yard line by Butler County's Dylan Silcox. As it's up to the 41-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Cougars.
Dylan Silcox also in on the stop for the Bears.
As again, Grayson County really needs to be in no rush. Take as much time off this clock as you possibly can. But, really, your defense is playing extremely well. What more do you need? Bratcher out to the far side. Toms is to the near side. It'll be a handoff to Woodcock up the middle. He's across the 40-yard line, diving towards the 35. As he's tackled down from behind by a number 57, who I do not have on my roster for Butler County. So it's up to the 36, 5-yard pickup for Grayson County. And it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Grayson County. Actually, it's almost up to the 30 on the official spot, so it'll be more towards 3rd down and inches. It's close. I think this is where you lower a shoulder and see what you can't do. Under center. Handoff right up the middle. He's got the 1st down and more across the 30. Bouncing it out across the right side. Inside the 20. 15, 10, 5, and he goes being brought down at about the 5-yard line by Caden Woodcock. A 31-yard run and a 1st down Cougars. What a run by Woodcock, and if he has not hit the 200-yard mark in this game, he has got to be pretty darn close to it. As I see here that, I'm not sure what his official total is, as The last player to rush for 300 yards in a game for Grayson County was Qdarius Jennings back in the 2018 playoffs against Graves County, where he officially rushed in that game for, I believe, as I find it here, 357 yards. And what was, just an absolutely amazing performance. Under center. And it'll be a handoff right up the middle to the fullback, Mason Miller, pushing towards the end zone, waiting for the signal. Is he in or not? And they're going to say he's down at maybe the 1-inch line. So it'll be second down and goal for about the half-yard line for Grayson County. Under center goes Decker again. He hands it off again, right up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Cougar, says the far side official. And I'm not sure who that was that ended up getting the run. I think it was Mason Miller, as he's the one getting high fives down there. So I believe it was Mason Miller in there on the touchdown. So an extra point will come. If Jackson Kane puts this in, we'll go into a running clock situation. If he misses it, kick down, the kick is up. It's long enough. And he put it through, 36-0. Cougs on top. This is Cougar football on K105.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Oh, that's a bad call. That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
Grayson County leads this one 36-0. We're in a running clock situation here tonight. Means we get to get home a little bit early. As I see here, I want to thank the Butler County radio crew. They have Caden Woodcock right now at 226 rushing yards here tonight. Want to thank them. I can't keep track of the stats there, so it's very helpful to have that. So Woodcock again with 226. The kick is a line drive kick, and it's going to be bobbled at about the 15-yard line by Butler County's return man. He gets it across the 20, tries to go backwards, and he does get around the edge on that far side of the field. And he's going to end up running out of bounds with 3 minutes and 21 seconds to play here in this third quarter. But again, that clock will run for the remainder of tonight's game, as looks like they're going to officially place this here at the 25-yard line. So again, the clock will run for the remainder of this game. As I see here, our good friend Roger Lush, he says Caden Woodcock's got about 210 yards, but I'm not entirely sure. But our good friends here from Butler County say 226. So he's got over 200 yards, and that's really what matters. Shotgun formation for Jagger Henderson. He will keep it himself right up the middle. He's across the 30-yard line, lowers his shoulder across the 35, and he's going to end up crossing that first down marker up to the 37-yard line. And it's a pickup there of about 12 yards on the run for Butler County. 2 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. Again, this clock will continue to roll for the remainder of tonight's game. No matter if Butler County would theoretically score 30 straight points, the clock would continue to roll. Once you hit the 36-point mark, you can't undo it. So 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the left side. Henderson in the shotgun formation. He has the running back to his right, and the running back, Morris, will get it. And he's brought down immediately, maybe a pickup of 1 yard on the run. As in there was Ben Rogers, who has played really, really well here these past couple of weeks. So it's a 1-yard pickup. 140 and counting. Grayson County again leading this one 36-0 over Butler County. Henderson has 2 running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the high side. It'll be a handoff down here towards the near side to Beasley. He's brought down from behind at the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 3 yards on the run. Looked like Joey Clemens was in there on the tackle for Grayson County. So it'll be here 3rd down and about 6 or 7. 1 wide receiver on each side. Jagger Henderson has 2 running backs behind him. He's got about 7 yards away from the first down marker. Henderson fakes the handoff, rolls out to the far side, throws, and it is complete, and he's got a lot of room to run across the 45. He's across midfield. He's got the first down and more. Up to the 14-yard line. Jacob Cox, the 6'3" tight end, catches that in a big catch and run, moves it into Grayson County territory. 14-yard pickup. And the first down, Butler County. Under 30 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. So this will more than likely be the final play of the quarter. 2 wide receivers here down to the near side, 2 out tied to the left. Henderson rolls, he'll throw another pass off into the flat, and it's complete and knocked down at the 41-yard line, so it's a 4-yard pickup, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Grayson County leads this one 36-0. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where Grayson County leads this one 36-0. Butler County will have the ball for 2nd down and 6, placed at the Grayson County 41-yard line. Again, we are in a running clock situation, so the clock will not stop. So it will continue to roll. Glasgow leads Logan County 19-10 late in the 3rd quarter of that game. So it'll be Butler County here. Shotgun formation for Jagger Henderson. Grayson County trying to keep their consecutive streak and their scoreless streak alive. It's a pass down the side here to Fleener, and it's incomplete. As he threw it up high to where only he could get it. Joey Clemens does a nice job, though, shutting him down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 here for Grayson County. I'm not sure that Fleener has had a catch here tonight, which I think if you asked Brian Jones, that was one of the keys coming in tonight. Fleener's a beast. He's a great athlete, 6'4". They have him listed here as 230 pounds. That's a mismatch for any team in the state, let alone Grayson County. Henderson in the shotgun, trips to the right side. Fleener is down here all alone to the left side. It'll be a handoff to Morris, and he's blown up in the backfield. And the ball's out. Grayson County says they got it, and they do! Grayson County just ripped that one right away as they blew up Jagger Henderson. And I'm not sure who is the one that officially came down with it, but a fumble. And Grayson County gets the ball back here. And I'm sure we'll probably see the JV offense out onto the field. So 10 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the game. Grayson County gets the turnover. Did they? The Cougar defense is still out on the field. Looks like the Cougar defense is still out there, so maybe it's not a fumble. The clock is still rolling. And I'm not sure what they're doing here.
Initial indication was it was Grayson County's ball, but Butler County's offense still out on the field.
So Butler County looks like they're still going to keep the ball, so I don't know. The official said it was Grayson County ball, but I'm not entirely certain. So it'll bring up fourth down and 10 for Butler County. Trips to the right side, one wide receiver to the near side. Ball placed on the Bears 45 on the Grayson County 45-yard line. Henderson to pass, steps up, throws down the near side to Fleener. Fleener is incomplete, and a late penalty flag comes in as Clemens had nice defense, and a very late penalty comes in as Zach Bratcher hit the dirt, and I'm not sure if he hit the dirt because of a penalty on Grayson County. If that is a penalty on the Cougars, that is a big mistake. I'm not sure what the call is. It was thrown from the far side of the field. The official obviously saw something. It was way behind the play. He's turning and looking at Grayson County's sideline, which makes me think it's on Butler County. Holding on Butler County. I think you'll decline this, and they will. So Grayson County will get a turnover on downs, and now they'll get the ball with 9:42. Instead of 10:42, 9:42 to play here in this game here tonight. And it'll be placed on the Butler or the Grayson 45-yard line.
Be first and 10 for the Cougars at their own 45.
Owensboro Catholic leads 30-0 over McLean County now. Graves County leads 35-21. I believe that they are playing Ohio County. And I'm going to double-check that right now before I continue to maybe shove a foot in my mouth as the Grayson County offense. They are playing Ohio County tonight, and they lead that one again. 35-21. That's who the Cougars' next opponent will be. Hunter Toms goes in motion. Actually, looks like at least partially of this starting offense is back out onto the field for Grayson County. It'll be a handoff, and no, it is the backup offense. And it might have been Keaton Hodges. He's been the man that's taken most of their backup runs. And it does look like it was Hodges on the run. There was 29 on the run there for Grayson County, who I don't have on my roster. So I think Keaton Hodges has been the man that's taken most of the carries. He's going to end up being dropped for a 2-yard loss here. Nine minutes to play here in this game. Grayson County still leads this one 36-0 over Butler County. They will improve to 4-0 on the season for the third straight season. And they have the trip to Graves County next week. We'll be there for you, of course. Hodges again on the run, and nothing going across that left side. And it'll be back to the 42-yard line. One thing about the JV, and I know it's JV on varsity, but the JV team has really not moved the ball at all. As Keaton Hodges there on the carry for Grayson County. 8.5 minutes to play in this game here today. So third down and 13 will come up. Hunter Felty gets the play call from Brian Jones, and he'll come and he'll break the huddle. So under center goes Felty. It'll be a handoff to Hodges, and he has nothing going, and he's slammed down. The ball's out, and they're going to say he was down. Felty to Hodges there. And he's going to be picked up. That was Keaton Hodges there on the run, and multiple Butler County players were in there on the tackle. And it will be up to the 39-yard line, so it's about a 3-yard loss, and Grayson County will be forced to punt this one away. Hodges has punted for the JV team, and he's actually laid down a couple really decent punts. 7.5 to play. Again, Grayson County leads this one 36-0. As it is a good snap and a line drive kick spinning. Takes a big Grayson County bounce, rolling down inside the 25, and it'll be down by Hunter Toms towards about the 17-yard line. What a massive punt by Keaton Hodges as it goes up to be a 44-yard punt for Grayson County. Greenwood now leads Union County 14-7, 7.5 to play in that game. So Butler County here with 6 minutes and 45 seconds will get the ball deep in their own territory. Again, ball placed at the 18. So big punt by Hodges on that one. Shotgun formation. Handoff right up the middle to Morris, or it might not be Morris. It actually might be the fullback, Dunnels. He's been the one who's taken a couple of those fullback carries, and it was Dunnels on the run. He gets it up to the 25-yard line, a 7-yard pickup. 2nd down and 3 coming up. 36-0 is still the score. As a reminder, 1 week from tonight, we'll be down in Graves County. We'll have all the coverage for you. We make our 3rd straight trip down to Mayfield. Handoff to number 11, Briar Beasley. He tries to get around that right side, and nothing going there for the Grayson County defense. Again, this consecutive scoreless streak is going to continue as it ends up being up to the 24, so it will be a loss of 1 yard. This would be the 40th consecutive drive if Grayson County can hold Butler County scoreless without allowing any points. Henderson has Dunnels to his right. He'll roll out to the right side. Scans down the field. He loops one down, and Fleener catches it at the 40-yard line. He continues to move, spinning across the 45, and he's brought down near the 48-yard line. Looks like about a 25-yard catch and run. So to the 49-yard line, that is a 1st down for Butler County. It's really the first completion that Fleener's had tonight. They've thrown it up to him a couple times, but the Cougars have played pretty decent defense. 2 wide receivers to the near side. It's another handoff to Dunnels. He's across the 50-yard line, and he's brought down at about the 46. So it's about a 5-yard pickup on the run there for Butler County. 4.5 minutes to play. It's Grayson County 36, Butler County nothing. And throwing, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Zach Silcox, but it falls incomplete on the quick pass. Next week, though, we'll be back on the pitch twice on Tuesday and Thursday, as we'll be there for Lady Cougar soccer on Tuesday against McLean County, and then on Thursday we'll be back for Cougar soccer against North Hardin. Shotgun formation for Henderson. He has Dunnels back to his left, and it's a handoff to Dunnels. He lowers his shoulder, and he's near the 1st down marker, waiting for the official signal to see what might be the call there. And as he got the 1st down up to the 39, waiting for a signal.
Indication is that's a 1st down, Butler
and it is enough for a 1st down, Butler County. 3.5 to play. Can Grayson County keep the shutout alive? Handoff right up to Henderson, going to keep this himself. He gets away from one man, gets away from a second man across the 35. He's down inside the 30, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Big run by Jagger Henderson as he gets it up to the 24. 15-yard pickup for Henderson. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to play. 24-yard line is where this ball is spot. Again, Grayson County, this really means nothing at all unless you want to keep that scoreless streak rolling. Faking the handoff, Henderson's going to keep this himself. He's got a hole, and he's down inside the 15, inside the 10, and he's shoestring tackle by Zach Bratcher down to about the 6-yard line. So 2.5 minutes to play, and a timeout, or a whistle is blown here by the head official. He wants to stop the clock for some reason. And we have a timeout on the field taken by Grayson County. We'll take it with him. Cougar football on K105.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs.
Dunnell's on the run there. Dunnell's on the run. Quick play there, and he gets no gain. Grayson County, Brian Jones put his first team defense back out there as they have 39 straight drives without allowing any points. They want to keep the shutout, too, as this could be a garbage time touchdown. In fact, I see an update here from the Ohio County game. Graves County leads 42-33. What an exciting game. It looks like just a little bit up. I-165. Henderson in the shotgun, under 2 minutes to play. He is going to keep this himself. He's diving towards the goal line, and he's down. No, he's in. Touchdown. Jagger Henderson gets it in. The shutout is over, and the consecutive drive streak ends right there. As Henderson puts it in there, and it's 36-6. Is the Butler County, and that will pretty much just do our game here. Is they'll let this roll, and that'll be pretty much our final score. Butler County will go for 2. Henderson in the shotgun formation, 1 minute to play. Pitching it out here to the far side, and he'll be stopped short. So a minute to play. Grayson County will win this one by a final score of 36-6 over Butler County. And I don't even know that Grayson County will need to take another snap. And they're just going to let this one go, and maybe they'll kick this one off, but I think Grayson County is probably just, no, now they'll stop the clock with 34.7 seconds to play.
Butler County is in action next week at Cobb County Central in an important district matchup.
And they are just going to end this game off, and that'll do it. Grayson County's probably not going to come back out there, and if they do, they're not going to do it. But Grayson County, 4-0 on the season. Well, they're going to run out there, so they might end up kicking this. Will they do it? They're going to stop the clock, says the official, with 6 seconds to play. I guess he's going to make them kick it, and that will end it. So the Cougars will travel to Graves County next week. So they will kick this one away. And it's a little pooch kick that is going to be picked up by Grayson County. And that should do it. Grayson County wins this one 36-6. This is Cougar football on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Cougs are winners tonight, 36-6. We'll jump into the fifth quarter show after this, as this has been the play-by-play of another victorious night for Grayson County. This is Cougar football on K105.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Welcome back here to the fifth quarter show, and Coach Jones is making his way up right now, so you know what? We're going to take a break. Cougars are winner tonight, 36-6. Coach Jones joins us next. This is Cougar Football on K105.
Living in your ideal home, or is it still a dream? Future Designs Building Materials can help you turn your dreams into reality with atrium windows that will make the sun look brighter, roofing material that will keep your home protected year-round, and decking material for that perfect barbecue setting. Now is the perfect time to get your home improvement project off the ground. Got questions? Future Designs Building Materials can help with all your lumber and home improvement questions. Visit Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield or fdbm.net.
When I was a kid, my dad would hold a nickel in one hand and a dime in the other and ask, which one is bigger? Of course, the nickel was bigger, but the dime was worth more. Think about that. With all the bank mergers going on, does bigger make them better? I don't think so. Wilson & Muir Bank is a locally owned community bank based right here in Kentucky. I like dealing with people I know personally, the same people I've trusted with my money for years. That's why it's my bank. Wilson & Muir Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here at Midway Pharmacy.
How's everything taste tonight, folks?
Oh, excellent.
How was your chicken tonight?
It's excellent. Where was it raised?
As a chef, it's important to know where your food comes from. That's why we buy local and Kentucky-raised food.
We're the Settles family from Owensboro, Kentucky.
We produce poultry for families all over the state.
And we're proud of the products that we produce. If you're buying a chicken that came from our farm, you're getting an excellent quality product. Some of the best you'll find in the case.
A lot of your local restaurants feature our poultry products. We are a Kentucky farm family.
Feeding Kentucky.
Feeding the world.
At Midway Pharmacy.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Welcome back here to Butler County High School, where the Grayson County Cougars are 36-6 winners over Butler County. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Brian Jones. And coach, 4-0. I mean, going into a big district game over these next 3 weeks, you got to be pretty happy again with your team's performance.
Yeah, anytime you can get a win, it's a good thing, and did some really nice things tonight. Executed some of the things that we really thought would work against them, as far as them blitzing inside a lot, and we tried to run off the edge a lot. And Caden had some good runs doing that. Kaylor had a couple of good runs. The early reverse pass, we hit that for a big one to start, and so a lot of really good things, and they were going to get theirs. Rex, or sorry, not Rex, but Jagger is a tough one to kind of contain. He's got a good arm and good legs, and so but I thought the defense again played outstanding. Kind of bent a little bit here and there, but didn't break, and they got one on us late. We had a lot of subs in and kind of tried to hold them off there as time was winding down, but they had just kind of gotten too close for us. But overall, outstanding game by the kids, and really proud of them, because there was some extracurriculars in there, and I was really proud to see our guys not get involved in that and stay disciplined, and just super excited for this group. Here 2 months ago, we weren't sure we were going to have a season, and here we are today, 4-0. So outstanding.
You mentioned that last drive, and that snaps 39 consecutive drives by your defense without allowing any points. We talked about it pregame. We talked about it last week. We talked about it the week before. But again tonight, I mean, and really you could say that your varsity defense pitched another shutout tonight. Played really well. But again, the guy that stood out to me was Ben Rogers.
Yeah.
Making plays on that inside. And he wasn't a guy that I know got a lot of playing time last year. Mm-hmm. But he's been really, really good these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, he just, he's lanky, he's long, he's super aggressive, he's quick off the ball. He does a great job when guys are pulling, away from him, staying flat and kind of chasing things down on counter and stuff. And, gets a lot of plays in the backfield just by being disciplined and doing what he's coached to do. And, I couldn't be happier for him. I mean, and the other thing that's great for us is he's just a junior. I'd love to see him put on a little bit more size for next year, but he's definitely just been super disruptive for other offenses the past few weeks, and you definitely see him stand out. I mean, he makes plays on special teams. He's just a great effort kid. I mean, he's just always going hard, doesn't take plays off, and and it pays off. And then he's that way in practice. I mean, he practices hard and pays off on Friday nights.
I want to take you back to the first quarter. I think a really, really big play in the game that's not going to show up in the stat sheet. You all start to drive again after scoring that first touchdown, and you put it on the ground. And then the next play, there's the backwards pass, and no whistle was blown, but the Butler County player just kind of stood there and watched it. But your guys jumped on top of it, got it, immediately got the ball back, and you all went down and scored and kind of took the control of this game. Football IQ plays don't necessarily stand out in the stat sheet, but that one clearly showed how well you all are doing at football IQ. How impressive was that play alone just to control the momentum of the game?
Yeah, that it was definitely key, because here we had a mistake, easy for them to kind of come out with some momentum. And, a senior player, very heady play, and Levi, and just jumped on the ball. We kind of teach our guys, hey, always go after the ball until you hear that whistle. And, if it's dead, don't worry, they'll let you know. But you never know when it may not be. And that was an instance where it was a backwards pass, and we were able to get it and kind of swing momentum back in our favor. And so, great play by Levi. And there was 3 or 4 other guys going towards the ball too. And so that was, you're right. It was a very big play for us as far as just gaining control right back after, we drove a little bit and then had the fumble. And, so it was definitely, like you said, something won't show up on the stat sheet, but very key in early on in the game.
We, next week, we got the trip to Graves County.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, your team is used to it by now. I mean, you've got back-to-back years. Not that it can ever be truly with all of the restrictions that are being put in, but also the thing that you also throw into this week is it's fall break.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess we can call it that. That there's no, even though that, does practice really change this week with how you'll do it? Even though that for the most part until this week, you've kind of been on a fall break of sorts.
Yeah, we'll practice in the mornings. And still allow the kids to have some time, that they have in the afternoons and things, and still, for them to be able to be a kid and have some fun but it's good for us in a lot of ways because we've got some older kids that this is their last season. It's important to them, and I just got done telling them in the huddle over there. I said, here's your opportunity to see what it's like to maybe be a college player or an NFL player where you don't have to worry about school so much. You can focus in on football for 1 week, and we got that long trip. It's another obstacle, and so we'll see how we handle a little bit of adversity, a little bit of change, and hopefully we can go down there and have a great game and have an opportunity. I think for all intents and purposes, this is kind of that opportunity to play at home in the playoffs, or be going maybe back to Graves in the playoffs,
or Owensboro,
or Owensboro, yeah. And so we're gonna give it everything we got to to go down there and try to get that win, and hopes that that first round playoff game is in Litchfield. I don't know how long it's been, but I'm sure it's been quite some time. I think maybe a 14 or 15 team somewhere around there played at home in the district, and so we'd love to get that first round district game. It's 1 week at a time, and we're to Graves now, and they're going to be a tough team. They've got a lot of depth, great running back, good quarterback, and we're going to have to play a really good game. Kind of a ball control game, keep the ball out of their hands and get some of those long sustaining drives. And, so I'm looking forward to the opportunity to kind of go there and see, what we're like against them.
Coach, can't wait for it, and we'll see you next week.
Go Cougars.
That's head coach Brian Jones. We'll have more here coming up after this.
Oh, that's a bad call.
That was a great call.
That's the worst call I've ever seen.
Great call.
Horrible. That's a horrible call.
Sports fans don't often see things the same way.
Terrible call.
That was a good call.
Terrible call.
But there's one call everyone can agree on. Call 811 before you dig, the free service that helps you avoid utility lines while you're digging. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
Safety!
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh, boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
How prepared is your family if disaster shows up at your doorstep? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan before they show up. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes!
Make a plan today.
The Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Grayson County winner tonight by a final score of 36-6. Running down the scoring for this game, it all got started off the trick play. Levi Martin found Hunter Toms for a 57-yard touchdown pass, and then Caden Woodcock late in the first quarter added a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Cougs were up 16-0. Caden Woodcock ended up getting a 1-yard touchdown run halfway through the third quarter, bringing us our score to 23-0 at the end of the first half. On the first drive of the second half for Grayson County, Caden Woodcock, he had a 4-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion was no good, and Cougars were up 29-0. It was a Mason Miller touchdown run that put the Cougars up 36-0, and then a late touchdown run by Jagger Henderson ended the 39 consecutive drive scoreless streak for the Grayson County defense. But, like I said, all that matters is you got the win here tonight. Next week, we'll be on the road down to Graves County again, so it'll be a district game. Again, like Coach Jones had said, you win that, and you could be looking at yourselves of having a home playoff game. So it's, but you got to win that before that even is a question or something you can even talk about. I want to thank the K105 Digital Productions crew for all of their hard work tonight. Your camera operator was Cody Brock, and your director was Chase Blaine. So on a night where the Grayson County Cougars defeat Butler County by a final score of 36-6 and improved to 4-0 on the season, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.